Yeah, we back. Yeah, we back. Now, let's get into it, man. Tomorrow, well, today actually, July 6th, it's going to be a historic day. Today, July 6th, is going to be the first ever summit, roundtable, conference, gathering of the Alliance of Sahelian States. You see them boys in the West, they got the G7 summit, the NATO summit. But like I said before in previous videos, we can't be trying to integrate into their systems, into their customs, into their ways of doing things. The black man needs to stand alone and establish his own conferences, his own institutions, his own organizations that are independent and free of foreign influence. Now, today's going to be a historic day, man. Today's going to be a historic day. Now, as you can see, take a look up on the screen. This is how the citizens of Niger had welcomed Ibrahim Traore when he landed inside the country. You know what I mean? It was love, man. It was love, bro. And first things first, I just got to give a shout out to Assimi Goïta, the president of Mali. He was the first one to grab control of the government and drive the French out of the region. And then came Ibrahim Traore. And then came General Chiani in Niger. But he was the first one that planted the seed. And now today we have the Alliance of Sahelian States with a population of over 70 million people. And it's beautiful to see, man, because it's about time that Pan-Africanism has evolved from the books and the lectures. Now we see the ideology growing to bigger levels and reaching bigger heights. Now we're talking about government budgets and military backing. You know, you see the Pan-Africanists from back in the day, they had the dashikis and the history books, but you see the Pan-Africanists in the modern day, now we got money, we got jets, we got drones, we got air defense systems, we got all type of shit, bro. And I'm sure, as you can see by the massive crowd that took to the streets, man, listen, I don't know how the media, the international media, is going to try to twist the narrative on this one. The same international media that said that these men were committing crimes against humanity and genociding their people and committing human rights abuses. But when they show up in the city, man, it's like Michael Jackson showed up in the city. It's a new day, man. It's a new day. Now today, Ibrahim Traore landed in Niger, in the capital city. And I believe sometime later today, the president of Mali, Assimi Goïta, is going to show up also. And like I said before, enough cannot be said about Assimi Goïta. Man, we got to show love and show praise and honor because he was the one that planted the seed. He was the one that decided to take a chance and take the reins of government and drive the enemy out of the region. And the other brothers followed suit right after him. So even though Ibrahim Traore's been making headlines recently and the president of Niger been making big moves also, I believe I dropped a video last week where I spoke about how he terminated an operating license for one of the biggest French multinational corporations out of one of the biggest uranium mines on the planet. But like I said before, nothing we see happening today would have ever taken place if Assimi Goïta didn't go and take that chance on his own. And I believe it was because of the fact that he was successful in driving the French out of his country. It gave the other two brothers the courage to go and do the same thing and join forces together. So once again, major shout out, major love to President Assimi Goïta, the president of Mali. Now, let's jump into these articles, man. Take a look up on the screen. The leaders in Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger will hold their first ever joint summit this weekend. The Alliance of Sahelian States. The meeting will be held in Niger's capital, Niamey. Our country will be hosting on Saturday, July 6th, the first summit of the AES, the Alliance of Sahelian States. The heads of state from Burkina, Mali, and Niger, they said in a statement read out on public radio. Niger's leader, Abdurrahman Chiani, will host Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso and the Malian leader Assimi Goïta in Niamey from Friday ahead of the summit. The three governments are hostile towards their country's former colonial ruler France and other Western countries, and instead have turned towards other partners such as Russia, Turkey, and Iran. In mid-May, the foreign ministers of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger agreed in Niamey on a draft text creating the Confederation, which the heads of states are expected to adopt at Saturday's summit. The three countries which have faced deadly jihadist violence also aim to create a common currency. Man, let's get into it, bro. Now, it's funny because I believe on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken, ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States, they're actually going to have their own meeting. They're going to have their own summit on Sunday, right? And on Saturday, the day before, the AES, the Alliance of Sahelian States, they're having their first ever summit. Now, it's actually very historic. You know, you got on one side the AES, you know, the Pan-Africanists, the sovereignists, you know what I mean, the global African hegemonists, and then you got on the other side the ECOWAS, you know, the Western neo-colonial hotspots. It's very interesting to see, man. It's very interesting to witness. Now, let's take a look at some of the reactions on social media. This person said, May the ancestors guard this growing wave from the colonists of yesterday, scheming from faraway capital cities, built through resources stolen from you and from regional factotums, all too willing to serve yesterday's colonists in exchange for crumbs. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This person said, what type of democracy do imperialists really want, which is better than this? Obviously, it's out of jealousy, contempt, and selfishness that they hate African revolutionaries. Africa for the Africans. They should let us do it our way and not theirs. This person said, the colonists are having chest pains after describing our leaders as undemocratic. Exactly, man. Exactly. While the Western media running their slander campaigns, listen, man. You can take a look around, man. You can take a look around. Like I said, man, Ibrahim Traore landed in the city. Man, it's like Michael Jackson came in the city. Let's continue. This person said, ECOWAS is also meeting in Nigeria. This person said, I bet the ECOWAS meeting is filled with more foreigners than the leaders of member countries. Now, like I said, for those of y'all that have been following me since day one, you remember I dropped a video a while back, gotta be like a year ago. And I showed you a video inside them ECOWAS meetings, the so-called Economic Community of West African States. And I was so surprised, man. I was like, bro, why is it so many white men in the room, bro? I thought it was the Economic Community of West African States. And how could we be surprised that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger decided to cut ties and do their own thing, man? Go their own separate ways, bro, and leave that sham of an organization, man. Of course, when our forefathers established the organization decades ago, they had good intentions. It was well intentioned, but now with the modern day, it's obviously been hijacked. And it's been hijacked by our adversaries on top of that. So until that shit gets sorted out, we can't have nothing to do with that. Let's continue. This person said at the top, he should avoid unnecessary travels. The brother at the bottom said, this is the AES, brother. The whole airspace is covered with the latest Russian anti-air defense systems, so relax. Listen, man, like I told you, man, the Pan-Africanists of yesterday, they have the dashikis and the kente cloths and the history books and the the Egyptian medallions. The Pan-Africanists of the 21st century, of this decade, nigga, we got drones, we got air defense systems, we got radars, we got surveillance systems, man. We got government budgets. The Pan-Africanists of the modern day, we doing things a little bit different. You feel me? Let's continue. This person said, the most powerful media in the world cannot succeed in extinguishing the voices of the people who want to be heard. It's difficult for the enemies of the shadows to understand this kind of fervor, so they ask themselves questions. How can these presidents enjoy so much love from their people despite all the restrictions that we inflict upon them? It's very simple. They are the presidents of their people, defending against winds and tides, the interests of their people. Man, that was poetic, man. Let's continue. This person said, this is what Sankara envisioned. Unfortunately, he was in the strongest era of neocolonialism and had zero help. This is beautiful. 3 nations in lockstep with each other. And like I said before, once again, we got to give a shout out to Assimi Goïta because he was the one that took that first step. It was that first nation that fell, and that second nation that fell, and that third nation that fell. And there's going to be more nations that come behind that, right? So the influence is going to continue to expand, right? Let's continue. This person said, Assimi Goïta is expected tomorrow morning in Niamey. Let us be ready and numerous to welcome him warmly. The AES is a family. Long live the AES. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. In the future, when we look back upon it, Assimi Goïta, yeah, we're gonna have to look to him like, yeah, he was the one that set it off, man. He was the one that, when he was standing by himself, he was the one that stood toe to toe and looked the imperialists in the face, looked the adversary in the face, and told him to his face, bro, get the hell up out my country, bro. Get the fuck up out my country, bro. And sometimes that's all you need to do to give your brother the courage to do the same thing. Because human nature is a funny thing. Sometimes people just need to see somebody else do it to get the courage and the belief in themselves to do the same thing. To have the courage to stand 10 toes down on whatever they believe in, right? And sometimes it takes that one person to go out and take a chance and stand on his own and stand by himself, man. It's a beautiful thing, bro. Let's continue. This person said, this is the reality of the AES. Even in so-called democratic countries, such joy of the people is not manifested. Look for yourself. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. You see, we got so-called democratically elected leaders like William Ruto. You know what I mean? His own citizens marching against them, setting the parliament on fire, talking about we want your resignation. When was the last time you seen a so-called democratically elected leader hop off the private jet and the citizens greet him like he Michael Jackson. When was the last time you seen it, bro? When was the last time you seen it on the continent? Man, Joe Biden don't even get love like this. Joe Biden go to any American city, he not shutting down a city like this. Emmanuel Macron go to any city in France, he not shutting down a city like this. Man, listen, bro, let's continue. This person said, Emmanuel Macron, come get some lessons on democracy in the AES so you can avoid getting slapped. The day you'll get from your people the type of love and support the AES leaders are getting from a whole continent, maybe we can talk. But until then, you cannot be at our table. Bounce. Man, listen, man. You see, look what happened when Emmanuel Macron goes and meets his citizens. They smack him in the fucking face. They smack him across the face. He not getting this type of love, bro. He not getting this type of love and admiration and adulation. He not getting none of it. He not even getting a fraction of it, bro. He not even getting a fraction of it. As soon as he comes near it, man, they smacking him across the face, bro. Man, get out of here, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Let's continue. This person said, Emmanuel Macron, this is what's called African democracy, not your fake imported democracy in which you were twice slapped in the face. Man, goddamn shame. Let's continue. This person said, this is what it looks like and sounds like when leaders of countries have the full backing of their own people. None of the traitorous leaders of the West would dare or have the confidence to walk among their own people this way. That's what happened when Ibrahim Traoré arrived in Niamey today to attend the first summit of the Alliance of Sahelian States. Both Traoré and Chiani walked through the thunderous crowd that welcomed them with so much warmth and enthusiasm. This person said, afterwards, the Western media will come and tell us these leaders are committing abuses against the people. This person said, Monsieur le Démocrate, can you do that? The last time Macron approached his people, someone slapped him. Man, listen, man. Man, he never gonna live that down, man. I ain't never seen a president approach his own citizens and they just smack him across the face, man. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. But anyways, man, like I said, bro, I'm gonna just be sitting back. I'm gonna be watching, catching the updates. I see me going to landing in the city in a few hours. It's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to the brothers, man. Like I said, the Pan-Africanists of yesterday, they had the dashikis and the kente cloth and the incense and the Egyptian medallions and the ankhs. The Pan-Africanists of today, we got air defense systems, we got jets, we got drones, we got, we controlling the airspace, we got, the latest weapons, man. We shooting shit, we banging shit out, man. Listen, we doing our thing, bro. We doing our thing. We playing with the whole government budget. We cashing out on weapons. We doing the motherfucking thing. Pan-Africanism, we militant with it. We doing our thing. We not playing with it. Listen, you come approach us, nigga, we shooting you out the sky, bro. We shooting you out the sky. We got the air defense systems. You approach us, we shooting you out the sky. We got the drones, nigga. We shooting you on the fucking ground, nigga. Let's continue, bro. We out. It's your boy Neferkari. That's Celine back in the Billy. Yes, indeed. Support the album, man. Support the album. Peace.
No. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traders. You know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wife, yeah, hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I'm eating no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news. Back in my city, they loving me. Standing alone, I'm 100 deep. Enemy plotting and still in reach. They try to make sure that we underneath. Trying to make sure that we never make it. Coming for power, come get acquainted. Coming for everything that I wanted. Feeling like Drake, but I really wrote it. Feeling like Kendrick, I'm checking names. Gotta roll up while I go insane. Got so much stress, I've been gained away. Stuffing these racks in this Louis case. One thing for certain, I'm about to check. Keep it 100 and nothing less. Stick with the family since day one. Had to stay down till my day come. Had to stay down, but I'm never patient. Hop on the mic and I'm motivated. Hop on the mic and I drop a classic. Haters can't see me, they copping glasses. Back in the studio making magic. Got a new tape and it's in production. Back on my business, I got a budget. Staying low key when I'm out in public. Feel like I'm 75. Know that your team be full of them traders. You know that can never be mine. I'm grabbing a thought when I drive. I'm back in my zone and we on. She said that she ready to come be my wife, yeah, hoping I don't do her wrong. I gave her my word in this bond. I'm whipping the best like a lamb. I'm eating no chicken and lamb. Accustomed to call me the man. I never be up on the gram. I'm keeping that way undercover. She want me to tell her I love her. I told her I'm breaking the rules. I told her we making the news. Making the news. Making the news. Breaking the rules. Yeah. Know that we making the news.